Hello, my
Hi.
name is Michaela. I'll be interviewing you today.
Michelle Tucker.
What's your major?
EOSH, Environmental Occupational Safety and Health.
Okay. In your own words, how would you describe yourself?
I'm family oriented. When it comes to work, I'm my own worst critic. I put a lot of pressure on myself to get things done, to do a good job.
How has your education prepared you for your career?
My education has steered me into specific courses to prepare me for the job that I'm to do, regulation courses. The associate's degree that I'm receiving is a more specified degree program than a generalized degree program.
When did you graduate high school?
Quite a while ago.
Are you over the age of 18?
Yes, I am.
Why did you choose your career that you are pursuing now?
I chose it because I am very environmental conscious. I care about our environment. I think it's important to us. Also, safety and health and occupational safety and health. There's so many injuries right now in the workplace that there's a big opportunity for people to get involved in that field.
Describe a time when you set your sights too high or too low.
I don't know about really setting my sights too high because I give myself pretty good goals to reach. But I have taken on quite a bit of, like a whole bunch of things at once that sometimes I wish I wouldn't have taken on so much at one time.
What is your greatest weakness?
Well, one of my greatest weaknesses is also one of my greatest strengths, I think. I'm very organizational to a point that sometimes it drives me insane if something's out of place. So a little OCD maybe.
Describe a time when you tried to accomplish something and you failed.
I don't know if I can really think of something offhand. If I can think of something, I'll come back to that.
Tell me about a time when you had to go above and beyond the call of duty to get a job done.
In my last job, I was a retail store manager, and a lot of times corporate would ask me if I would go to another location, another store that wasn't necessarily my responsibility to audit because they were having problems at that location, and I would go ahead and do that for them.
Do you smoke or use alcohol?
Is this due to a company policy or?
Yeah, we need to know that you can comply to the company's substance abuse policy.
Yes, I can.
What is your typical way of dealing with conflict?
I like to try to talk things out first. Again, when I was in management, I would have one-on-ones or group meetings with employees and try to discuss any issues before they became real big problems.
Tell me about a time when you had to deal with someone who personally did not like you or you did not like them.
Well, you have to remember that you're in a professional setting, so you have to put little differences aside for the betterment of the company and get the job done. It's just, not everyone is going to like everyone else. It's just, that's the way it is.
Give an example of a time where you had to make a split-second decision.
That would probably, the first thing that comes to my mind is when my son got injured. He busted his face open. So getting medical attention, that would probably be the first thing that pops into mind.
Tell me about a time when you missed an obvious solution to a problem.
I pretty much kick my own self. You know, I kind of laugh at my own self sometimes because, you know, not everyone is perfect. You're going to find little things that you miss. Or I took a test last week, and when I went back and I noticed I missed a question, I was like, how did I miss that question? I was like, oh, you didn't read that right. So.
How do you feel your training has prepared you for a job?
I'm I'm doing an internship right now with a company, and it is really, it takes your education and puts it into a whole nother perspective because you're there actually doing on-the-job training.
If need be, could you fire or deal with a worker who's been found to be unsafe?
I could. I have done written and verbal reprimands and hiring and termination. I don't think anybody likes to do it, but if it is a job requirement, you know, that's something that you have to do.
With your training in OSHA, could you overlook or let a violation slide until production is complete?
No.
Explain how you would react to a chemical spill in the company.
You would look at the MSDS sheets, and you would go, you have a book that you have to look at, and you have to go specifically by the book depending on what type of chemical or spill that it is.
Explain what you would do in an event where several employees became ill or around all about the same time.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Explain what you would do in an event where several employees became ill or ill all about the same time.
There are reports that would need to be done, and an investigation would have to happen. I have some questions.
Okay.
Could you tell me what you're looking for in this position?
A good hard worker who isn't going to show up late or call in last minute. Somebody who knows what they are doing and can follow the policies.
Why is this position open right now?
We have a lady leaving for personal reasons. Is there any more questions?
Nope, I think that's it.
I think that's it. We did.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.